The haunted SML Jeffy puppet. Once upon a time, in a quiet suburban neighborhood, there lived a young boy named Timmy. Timmy was an avid fan of the YouTube channel Super Mario Logan, also known as SML, particularly its character known as Jeffy. For his 8th birthday, Timmy received a Jeffy puppet, an early realistic replica of the character, complete with googly eyes and a diaper. Little did Timmy know that this puppet would become the source of his deepest fears. At first, Timmy and his Jeffy puppet were inseparable. He could carry it everywhere, speaking in Jeffy's voice and making his friends laugh. But as days turned into weeks, something strange began to happen. Timmy started hearing whispers at night, faint, giggling voices that seemed to be coming from the Jeffy puppet. At first, Timmy dismissed it as his imagination, but the whispers grew louder, more insistent. It was as if the puppet had a life of his own. Timmy tried to tell his parents, but they brushed it off as the overactive imagination of a child. They couldn't hear the voices. They thought it was just a phase. One night, as Timmy lay in bed, the whispers reached a deafening crescendo. It was no longer laughter, but sinister, malevolent hissing. Terrified, Timmy grabbed the Jeffy puppet and threw it into the closet, slamming the door shut. The noises stopped, and he finally fell into an uneasy sleep. The next morning, when Timmy opened the closet, the Jeffy puppet was nowhere to be found. It had disappeared without a trace. Panicking, Timmy searched his entire house, but it was as the Jeffy puppet had vanished into thin air. Over the next few weeks, strange things began happening around Timmy's house. Toys would move on their own, and eerie laughter echoed through the halls at night. Timmy's parents, now concerned, tried to find a rational explanation but found none. After a few nights, as Timmy lay in bed, he heard a familiar voice coming from the closet. It was the voice of Jeffy, but it was distorted, malevolent, and filled with malice. Timmy was paralyzed with fear as the closet door slowly creaked open, and then he saw it. Jeffy puppet emerged from the closet, but it was different now. Its googly eyes were no longer goofy, but glowed with an otherworldly light. Its diaper, once clean, was stained with an ominous red liquid. It was moving on its own, as if controlled by some unseen force. "Let's play, Timmy," it hissed, its voice a grotesque imitation of Jeffy's innocent tone. Timmy tried to scream, but no sound came out. He watched in horror as the puppet's googly eyes spun wildly, and it lunged at him. Cold, bony hands wrapped around his throat, choking the life out of him. As Timmy gasped for air, the room filled with manic laughter, the laughter of a malevolent entity that had taken the form of the beloved Jeffy puppet. It squeezed tighter, and everything faded to darkness. The next morning, Timmy's parents found his lifeless body in his room, his eyes wide open in terror. The Jeffy puppet, with its googly eyes now still, sat in the corner, covered in blood. No one could explain what had happened, and the puppet remained a sinister reminder of the horrors that had occurred. Some say that it still whispers and giggles at night, waiting for its next unsuspecting victim. And so, the legend of the haunted SML Jeffy puppet lives on, a cautionary tale of the dangers that can lurk within the most innocent of toys. Beware, for you never know what might be hiding behind those googly eyes.